Welcome to the Whitmos, the podcast that chronicles the life of the lead boss of the McGraw crime family. Okay, this episode is called Scialite in Shreveport. Oh man, this introduces another character. You've heard from Jim and Betsy in this at the pilot episode. You've seen JR. Now here comes another one, and I'm not going to get a spoiler till it happens. Okay, so it's July 29th, and this episode is Scialite in Shreveport. Okay, so it's July 29th, 9:30 p.m. Claude lies in bed, and Catalina walks from the bedroom and closet in her black nightgown that Caesar had gotten her from Colombia. And Claude says, "I think I'm ready for that game we played on our wedding night." Claude says, Catalina groaned in delight. "I think I like that." And of course, just then the phone rings, and Claude answers it. "Mr. Whitmo. Mr. Whitmo, I'm Marie Hendrick. Do you remember my brother a few weeks back? I'm asking a favor from him. Our cousin, Alyssa Marie, is at loose ends, wondering what to do with her career. We think she needs a change of scenery. She's going to Odessa University College to talk to some professors tomorrow. Can you come pick her up?" And Claude says, "Already got a call from your mother this afternoon. I'll pick her up in front of the business building there, 10 a.m. in the morning." Okay, so it's 10 a.m. and Claude pulls up in this cream yellow Lincoln Town car. It's a big yellow 1996 Lincoln Town car. And he hears Alyssa Marie talking to some faculty. "I'm thinking about going into a business field that matches my bachelor's degree," Alyssa Marie said. And this professor, Dr. Jordan Pearl, said, "Political consulting could be a snap for you. The business school here has a center for business and government where anything you need help, stop by and see me." Okay, here's the lesson in things that Elizabeth needs to learn. Anyway, okay, I'm referring to another podcast, not one of the podcasts of mine. I want you to look it up if you're entrepreneurial minded. It's called Residual Earners Podcast. And Presley Swaggerty, a good mentor of mine, said, who's in the podcast, says, "Be your own superstar." I gotta say that's something here. So Claude walks up and says, so Elizabeth Marie sees Claude, and she walks up and she says, "You must be Claude Whitwell." And she says, she's got a luggage in hand. "Personally, I don't know why my family sent you." And he said, "You need a change of scenery. And some things have to fall in place. My wife Catalina don't like mixing this family. And it turns out her cousin has a concert in New Orleans this week. There's a concert in New Orleans this week. So that's why I came to pick you up. She'll be gone for the whole week. And Alyssa Marie said, yeah, I heard the stories. Uncle Jim says that your wife abuses you. She hates men. That's why I don't want her around this week. This is interesting. Now, at the same time, at the Kitts Landing the chop shop, Kitts Landing is a fictional suburb of Shreveport. And there's Catalina. She stops by to talk to Sid. Since my husband's gone for the day, I had dropped by for a few minutes to make sure that the business is run and run properly, Catalina said. You don't have to worry. I already received the talking to by Mike on Friday and Claude by Saturday. By the middle of next month, I'll be promoted back because I won't be dealing with Richard anymore. Okay, so Catalina walks into the chop shop. Now, sit. Now, Sid, I know you got 30 cars to go into the crusher. But the least thing you can do is take a little... Okay. Oh, no. No, it's Catherine. Catherine walks in. She says, now, Sid, I know you got 30 cars to go into the crusher. But the least thing you can do is take a lunch break. Catalina, you look frustrated. What's wrong? And she says, Catherine, go sit in the car. I'll join you in a minute. Now, Catalina, I'm going to give you $500,000 in traveling money from Claude so you can enjoy New Orleans with your cousin. They all went around. Okay, so now it's 1 p.m. Catherine meets Jenny outside of Ashley's house, and they take a walk, and they're taking a stroll in the neighborhood. And Jenny's like, I just don't know what to do about Ashley anymore. Everything to him is one big orgy, one big party. And Catherine says, stand your ground. Tell him he can never cheat again. That's going to be hard because I love him. Ashley was once my knight in shining armor. A knight for a king. It seems to have no direction. Okay, so it's 2 p.m. Ashley arrives at the house to talk to Jenny. And he says, all right, I know your frustration, so I promise you sometime at the beach, just you and me. You really mean that, do you? Girl, everything should go smooth. Of course it does. You never know with this Ashley. So 2 p.m., Ash is about to take his girlfriend to the beach when he gets a phone call from Richard. Look, I'm sorry to interject here, but there's a state senator that I need you to entertain for Claude tonight at a party. Could help keep the colonnade from falling into the hands of the powers, Richard said. And I said, are you going to be there? And, of course, Richard says, with bells on. So this can't be too good, okay? 5 p.m., Claude and Alyssa Marie arrived back at Kit's Landing. Everyone welcomes Alyssa Marie warmly until Diane Ferrara comes out. She looks like some feminine desert rat, Diane Ferrara said. Hush and show respect, Sid said. If you don't pipe down, Claude is going to be angry. And Claude's girlfriend says, hi, Brittany. I'm Claude's girlfriend. Come on in the house. The servants will get your luggage, Brittany said, as Claude turns on Sid. Next time, I have a gift. You and your family. That'll be nice. Because I'm telling you right now, you and your wife are on thin ice. Because, in the last episode, Pastel de Especias. Sid's always screwing and says, like, I'm sorry, Claude. My daughter had no call to say that. Let's make amends and work it out. And of course, Catherine says, well, let's make amends and work it out. Pulling away in her Ford E350. Okay, so now it's 10 p.m. At Claude's house. A knock comes to the door. And it's Ashley. Hey, Ashley, I'm going to apologize for some of the family behavior. And I want to invite you to a party. Okay, so he invites Claude to a party at the DuPontaine Hotel ballroom. The senator is going to be there. Damn it, Ashley. We're going to take her to marine oasis for the night, Claude says. And Jimmy says, here you go again with doing business and chasing skirt. When you promised me there ain't no parties, Jenny said. We can go to the beach on Friday, but I promised Claude that I would be there. And Claude says, little lives if you go to that party. You're insulting your uncle, Jim, Claude says. I don't have to put up with that. I'm taking to the hotel, and I'm going to that party. Okay, she slams the door. And Claude smashes a bottle of wine against it. Fine. Go on, be a socialite. I'm just trying to offer you a distraction. And so, Brittany is like this. She explodes. That was awfully pig-headed of you, Claude. No wonder Catalina gets mad at you. He grabs her and throws her on the couch. Shut up! You're being no help at all. So now it's okay, probably it's 10:30, but it's actually 10. So it's 10:15 p.m. At the party, Jenny is obviously absent. Alyssa Marie becomes the life of the party. Richard approaches Alyssa Marie. I'm a lawyer, and I'm interested in finding someone to do business with. Why don't you check out of the hotel and come stay the night with me and my wife? And Alyssa Marie said, and actually said, which I think the woman had something better to do. Come on, girl. We're going to a swankier ballroom. So at this point, Richard turns to an inspiring country singer named Sophia. At the party, Ashley is moving along until he locks eyes with another girl named Johnny. Cat is away, and cat is away, the dogs will play, Ashley said. Well, why you cheat on Jenny? Away from her. You may all make them look like dogs, Johnny said, brushing him aside. You're way too kinky. Woo! Okay, so it's 10:30 p.m. Jenny walks into the hotel suite to find a young man using a toy on an older woman. I think it would be in your best interest for both of you to get the hell out of here, Jenny said, taking out her .32 caliber pistol. So they dressed and ran out, and Ashley walked in. And he said, "Did you cheat?" "No, ma'am. Got turned down by a couple of girls. Even that Alyssa Marie." "Okay, then. Be my man. I'm your girl," she said, getting on the bed and falling into Ashley's arms. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting thing, what we got here, because it's almost like, oh my gosh. Because, here's the thing, Claude is an interesting thing. Okay, so that's the 31st, 7 a.m. Alyssa Marie goes into the Ritmo house and starts packing. "What are you doing?" Brittany said. "I'm packing to go back to Midland. I just need to make one phone call to Miss Betsy, and she'll charter me a plane home," Alyssa Marie said. And Catalina says, "If you leave, I'm flying to New Orleans." And, okay, so Brittany says, "If you leave, I'm flying to New Orleans. It's only fair." "Y'all leaving me?" Claude says, walking in. And Brittany says, "I think you know what it's look like. Why are y'all so mad at me about last night? I'm just trying to do a favor for this Texas family. And I don't like Ashley cheating on his girl." And Brittany's like, "Well, so it's okay for you to cheat with me? You know, Claude, you have a fresh start with Catalina and her cousin. What was it? I heard him tell you. From New Orleans? Respect your family? No. I'm not. Purchase me an airplane ticket, because if Alyssa Marie charters a plane to go home, then it's over between you and me." "Don't put me on a guilt trip," Claude exploded bitterly. "My brothers Josh and Jeremy, they're real bad at giving me that guilt trips when I was a teenager, and I ain't taking it in my house." "Okay, so if I leave, that's burning a bridge with my family, And Uncle Jim will be very happy, Alyssa Marie said, closing her suitcase and getting ready to walk out the door. Okay, 7:30 a.m. Alyssa Marie is about to call for a cab when Laura Dulles approaches her. Please don't go. Claude's intentions are good, and your uncle and aunt know that. You see, when he's with his wife, Catalina, he has to walk on eggshells. That's why he has a girl on the side, Brittany, who makes him feel more like himself. He wants to help you find direction. That's why he brought you here. Okay, so now it is 11 a.m. And to soothe things, Brittany decides to stay and takes Alyssa Marie to the beach for soothing talk. I was born and raised in New Orleans and grew up around the ocean. My father was an oil tycoon, but I had the fortune or unfortune to fall in love with a mafia gimp. Now, meanwhile, at the chop shop, Claude's there. And, of course, he wants us to commiserate the sin. Claude says, I blew it. I know I did. I promised that family to give Alyssa Marie some direction, and I blew it. You can give just this direction just all at once, Sid said. Never gave it a second thought. And Sid says, Claude, you can't go full tilt on her. She's not saying mafiosos. She's not some mafio stooge or pushy. Give her the big brass ring, but make her reach for it a little while. Okay, so now it's 11:30 a.m. and Alyssa Marie and Brittany are in deep discussion when Claude comes running towards them. Brittany, please don't go, Claude said. Well, this favor is for your cousin, Alyssa Marie, and for your aunt and uncle. I want to own up to this and look up at y'all in the eye and say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Brittany, I think we should stay, Alyssa Marie said. To celebrate, let's run in the ocean. Okay, so this is crazy, okay? Alyssa Marie and Brittany and even Claude are running in the ocean. My insights is, this is kind of a key pivotal point. Because if you think about it, okay, if you think about the episodes, the serpent for the senator, okay, that was a key political favor. Pastel de Especias, it was, that was Catalina's moment to get to know Caesar. And now this is another one where Alyssa Marie begins to find some purpose. Hope you enjoy listening to the Ritmos. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the saga. Until next time, take care and get ready as a plot thickens. It gets very heavy from here.